back to Nerd Thug Radio. Man, that was really loud.
I was.
I feel like I should have yelled next time over the music. Anyways, I'm the Captain Joey Savage.
Cory DLG.
And I'm Colt Baldridge.
You're listening to us on Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1.
Sister stations.
And worldwide at
IRLoneStar.com.
And catch us at the Facebook.com/Nerd Thug Radio.
That's true. That's true.
We have a special guest he's special, like legit special.
What?
Like special ed. Cory, go ahead, take it away.
I don't want to introduce this.
This is all you, man.
The worst intro you can give a guy.
This is all you.
So the one-time guest that we have here, longtime friend of mine, fan of the show.
Yes.
That's a stretch, but
Huge fan of the show.
Huge.
NHRA drag racer, also most obnoxious person of the year, Austin Ford.
thank you. That's the nicest thing you've ever said to me.
Right. No, there was a whole vote. You won, man.
34 years, and that's the nicest thing you've mustered up. Oh, man.
How long have we known each other? At least since graduation.
Yes. Yeah.
So-
Well, I mean,
2002.
So at least
we
15 years.
interacted in high school,
We
but
did,
it wasn't
we did.
until after high school that we really.
Yeah, we weren't really friends. Is that fair?
I wonder why.
Like, I mean, I'm thinking now, like, we never really had a class together.
Are we friends now?
And you
I don't
hung
know.
I mean, I call you a friend
And
now.
you
Like,
hung out with
I now
Zach a
say
lot,
I hung out with
so
Zach a lot.
That kind of explains it. It was just the two of you.
You know what? In
Best-
hindsight,
Right,
you're
it
right.
was. It was
You're
just the
right.
two of
He
you.
was a little bit of a friend repellent.
Yeah, he was.
He lived right behind me.
Yeah, and he was
Literally right behind me.
He was friends with like James Taylor and stuff, but like not you.
Yeah.
Zach's a different
No,
character.
no, I like Zach. I haven't seen Zach in years, probably. And
What's crazy-
last time we hung out, we literally said, "Why don't we hang out more?"
And you literally look like y'all could be brothers.
Right.
Like,
At this
legit.
point, you guys
Yeah.
are working the beard.
The tall beard, and
He looks like a smarter Charles.
no one knows who Charles is.
That's Austin's older brother. He knows
Okay.
exactly who that is.
But no, everyone on the radio is like, who's Charles?
It's all right.
Leave it a mystery.
Who's
Listen,
this Chuck guy?
if you have questions, you email them to the show like normal. You know how it works, fans. You know how it works.
We'll let the internet gypsy answer
right.
all your questions.
That's right. We'll Google it and we'll send you a Snapchat.
That's me.
You're the internet gypsy? Yeah. I wish you had like the little handbells. The little ding, 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 ding.
Danced around.
No, just the handbells. I don't.
I could do a gypsy jig.
A gypsy jig. That's what it's called, folks.
It's a jig.
Gypsy jig.
Scientific term.
Scientific. Nailed it. So Zach, you race dragsters.
That's Austin.
See, I already messed up.
You're already.
Already. So at first you called him special, now you've called him Zach. So Austin's never coming back to the show.
And I'm done.
That's it. So
Mic off.
for those who don't know, you started a second series of racing 2 years ago, but before that, was it 2 years now? You've been doing the supercar stuff?
Yeah, it was a couple years ago.
Before
New car.
before that started, though, you were doing stock eliminator. And that's really kind of where the Ford family kind of made its bread and butter, and where the name kind of comes from and all that. Walk people through that, because that's a unique type of drag race.
Yeah, it is. They have different classes in drag racing. Of course, there's the just fastest one wins, and then they have bracket racing, which the kind of racing that I do with my older cars. We have two 67 Shelbys, which if anybody's seen Gone in 60 Seconds, that's that car.
My name's
That's-
Austin
that's-
Ford, and I drive a Shelby Ford.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's pretty dope.
that's
Yes.
the easiest way to describe that car to a lot of people.
That's
But,
that's the pickup line right there, right?
Yeah.
Remember
There you
that
go.
really sexy car and Gone in 60 Seconds? That's what I drive and I race.
I drive one of those.
when I race cars.
I race cars against other guys.
It was cool. to do
Sometimes
that
girls.
last part.
Sometimes girls.
Sometimes girls.
That's true.
Sometimes
That's
girls.
true. Feminism. Hashtag
Your sister
feminism.
races, is that right?
She does.
I heard she's better than you.
No comment.
Nailed it.
This interview's over.
Well, actually, Heather's on her way over. She said she's going to cover for you if you had to leave early.
She is not.
She is the sexiest race car driver in the world, by the way.
I'm right here.
Yeah.
The microphone goes on, and the questions just fly.
Here, you know what? Here I was thinking that this was a like PG.
No. We're a PG innuendos. Did I say that
What?
right?
Innuendo.
Innuendos, yeah.
It's like
we're
it's
PG-12.
Like, it's like a Rick and Morty PG.
Yeah,
right.
yeah, it's definitely
where
is.
it's like PG or TV-14.
You
but
made
it's
me
not
so
really.
happy the other day when you told me you've now started watching Rick and Morty.
Yeah, we'll get into that later, but let's get back to the drag race.
Yeah, we got sidetracked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So brackets. So you line up against the other car. Y'all's green lights don't hit at the same time.
No, it's. I mean, the simplest way to explain it is if the car I'm racing is like a second slower than me, he gets a 1 second head start.
Okay.
And you kind of just got to guess your time and get close to it without going under. So it gets pretty complicated, but really the most important part is your start, your reaction time. You know,
The reaction time is where you kind of clean up.
Yeah, that's where you can really make your bread and butter.
But
doing that stuff.
but essentially what you're saying is like at the beginning of the day, you dial your cars in and you say, today this car will run a 9:25 quarter mile.
Well, you change it every round, so it's like a bracket system. You know, that's how we run. We don't run in laps or anything like that.
Right,
It's
right.
drag racing.
Right.
So it's a bracket system. Every round you go up, you know, you predict your time. How you're
So
gonna
do
go.
you?
So you can change it.
So you
throughout
use the
the day.
performance of the car obviously as an ingredient to change the time. But
Yeah.
what do you take from your opponent to adjust the time?
Oh man, there's a million strategies. It's like anything that you do, but
discounting like quality of driver. So not worrying about like, oh well, his reaction times are terrible, so I can give him a 2. We're discounting that. Like, let's say his car is built to go exactly 2 seconds faster than you. What do you do to your time to compensate for that?
well, you kind of just look. A lot of times, what I do is I look and see how fast they've been going in qualifying, and then I know how fast I've been going in qualifying. So if we get to a certain time of day where I think it's just a little bit slower, but all of a sudden he says it's a little bit faster, then I know there's a little bit different. There's something up there.
Right.
So then that I can base my strategy based on that.
Interesting. There's a lot of
That's really
like,
complicated.
It is. But what I want people to get from this, just because I've grown up with you and we've hung out at many races, I've watched this happen, kind of where you guys strategize here. It's when people talk about like inside baseball or like inside football, when they go deep on it and
Into
you're like,
the numbers.
Yeah, when you start talking about like, hey, there's a lot of strategy involved. It's not just two guys line up and whatever. I want to make sure you get the credit for that because that is kind of a complicated thing you guys do.
Yeah, this isn't just let's line up and press the gas and see who wins.
Right. This isn't Vin Diesel and Paul Walker trying to make $20 million each. This is you guys are.
Yeah, it's really complicated, and that's where a lot of the better drivers. That's why they do good every year. I mean, I like to consider myself one of those people, but sometimes, of course, everybody has their bad years and things like that. But I've had a lot of success because of that.
Well, at the very least, you've been doing this. I mean,
Jeez.
15 years, 20 years now.
It's like 16 years now.
Wow.
15
Yeah.
years.
Yowza.
I know at one point you
Right.
were an all-star, which meant you were top 10 in your
I was-
class for the year, right?
Well, that's broken up into regions. So there's 7 different regions. We call them divisions. And I'm obviously in the South, Texas. I was number 1 in the South
Nice.
for that year. And I'm actually going into next year. I'm number 2 right now. So there's a couple races left. So I can hopefully
So we're going back to
get back.
Chicago, my least favorite city
We
on the
just
planet.
might. We just might.
Back to
The
Chicago.
Windy City.
I hate Chicago. I hate it. Last time we went, I got stuck.
You did.
We got me and y'all were dating or engaged.
We
at
were
the time?
we were dating at that time.
So me and your wife, we got stuck in Chicago together because we weren't cool enough to make the trailer crew.
I can't figure out Chicago.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Like
it's,
you hear all these statistics, how it's the most violent city in the entire Americas, and then you watch a Cubs game and it's a bunch of white people.
So I don't know.
Where do they live?
I'm gonna leave.
Like,
I'm
how
gonna
are-
leave part of that alone.
But like, why isn't there violence happening at the Cubs game?
So there's really terrible neighborhoods
Oh.
right outside the outskirts of Chicago.
So it's not really Chicago.
It's the suburbs, right? Just like the suburbs of Houston and stuff.
okay.
One of them, however, is where the racing track is.
Joliet.
Joliet.
Oh, okay.
So the year he was an all-star,
Joliet,
the race,
Illinois?
Joliet, Illinois is where the racetrack
a lot of
is.
stuff there.
And right before we flew in, I was just Googling Joliet to see what was going on out there, see if there was anything cool we should check out while I'm
Anything
there.
poppin'?
Murder capital of the world when we landed.
Yes.
So as I'm getting off the plane and the flight attendant's like, welcome to Chicago, come to this.
I was like, I'm not in Chicago.
Da-da-da-da. And I was like, and murder capital of the world. They weren't as thrilled about that as I was. Though.
Yeah, I bet not. I'm surprised you got off the plane.
Well, we were already landed. Like, they had to let me go at that point.
Did they?
Like, what are they going to keep me?
Send
didn't
him
try to
back.
get back. But yeah, it's definitely
Let's
one
go
of those
purging.
places.
Let's go purging in Joliet.
Well, that's one of those places where it might go down. And it's funny because they lost my luggage for that trip, and they were like, well, wherever you're going, we'll bring it to you. I said, I want you to know I'm going way far away from this airport. So are you sure you're bringing it? And they said, wherever you are, we will bring it to you.
Did they?
They did, but when I told the driver where I was, he did not want to.
No,
I
okay.
had to tell him that they had already promised me they would bring, because he was like, can you meet me somewhere? And I was like, no, I can't. I'm in the middle of Joliet and I don't have a car.
Right.
You're coming
I'm
to
here
me.
for the races.
You're coming to the racetracks in Joliet. And he was like,
That's crazy.
I don't really want to.
I don't want to do this.
We did see BB King live there, though, that weekend.
That's awesome.
That was like this Sunday or the Monday, whatever it was. But yeah, so now you've moved into, we got a couple minutes here. Kind of quickly explain your relationship with Ford with the supercar.
Yeah, so I have a 2016. It's called a Cobra Jet. So it's just.
It's got wings.
That's not how that works.
Oh,
I got a Cobra.
It's
that's
you
a
do.
That's just
Different
a
kind of
logo.
Cobra, but
Right.
Yeah, but it's a Cobra.
as impressive.
Thank you.
Yeah,
impressive.
it's a factory built race car basically, but it's built just to drag race. So yeah, I got that a couple years ago, and this kind of racing is heads up, and it's becoming really, really popular.
Do you have a record? What's your record in it?
I don't own a record in it, but
No, not like a world record. Like, what's your win-loss record?
oh, my win-loss record.
Or do they do it by
I've got-
bracket the same way?
I've got a lot of wins in it, and I've only had it for a couple of years. I don't
Yeah.
know my win-loss record in it, but it's more wins than losses.
0 losses, undefeated.
Yeah,
Sure, why not?
yeah, zero
Yeah.
losses.
Done.
No one
Check.
listening to this show will correct us on that.
Someone go check it.
Yeah.
No one's gonna fact.
Yeah,
check
it's
that.
not my obligation to give you the right
Yeah.
stats. That's fair. So now these are like supercars though. So these are factory made drag race, like not stock cars though, right?
No, no, it's not an actual like stock car, but
Right.
it comes from Ford that way. Like they get it from a dealership like that.
So like roll cage and the whole
roll
bit.
cage,
the whole
licks,
boozle.
So is
wheelie bar.
Is
everything.
there anybody driving one of these on the road like a
No.
total jerk, or is
No.
everyone who has one basically using it to race?
Yeah, they either have it to race or they have it like
To
in
show
their
off.
showroom or
Yeah.
something like that.
Well, let's jump to a break real quick. When we get back, we're gonna ask a few more questions about racing, and then we'll talk Rick and Morty.
Oh yeah.
You're listening to Nerd Thug Radio.